Hey there, warriors. October is almost over, and that means it's almost November. And that means it's almost time for National Novel Writing Month. So today I've got some tips on how you can prepare if you are participating in National Novel Writing Month. National Novel Writing Month is a nationwide event that asks writers to accomplish a crazy feat of writing 50,000 words in 1 month, 30 days. That seems like a lot, but I promise it is possible. I've achieved it twice, and I am here to give you a few tips on how you can prepare so that you can also write 50,000 words in 1 month, just 1 month. So my first tip for prepping for National Novel Writing Month is to review your schedule. Take a look out at the month and see what you have coming up. You don't have to cancel anything. I mean, if you can, maybe you should, but just take a look at what you have coming up. Take into account family gatherings. There's that holiday in November that you probably have stuff planned for and you're gonna wanna participate in. That's fine. You don't have to wipe out your whole schedule. Just have an idea of what's coming up. And when you see what's coming up, take note of what days and what times you have available. Can you write during those times? So then my next tip is to set a schedule. Find times that work for you and mark those times off as writing times. I'm talking block them off. Put them in your calendar, mark them as busy, and tell your friends and family that you're busy during that time. And when they ask, hey, can you come out for a cup of coffee Saturday morning? You can say, no, I'm writing during that time. So review your schedule, set a schedule, and then tell your friends and family that you're gonna be busy and guard that time, guard that schedule. My next tip is to set goals ahead of time. So obviously you have this big goal of 50,000 words, but what are some micro goals that you can hit throughout the month that are going to keep you motivated and keep you going? So when you hit those tiny little goals throughout the month, you're gonna get a burst of motivation and say, yes, I did this, I can achieve things, and it's gonna make you want to keep going. The NanoWrimo organization suggests a certain word count every day. It's around 1,200 words. You can look it up for a more specific number. In order to hit 50,000 words in a month, do you wanna use that as your micro goals, or do you have different goals? Whatever your goals are, just set some ahead of time, and then you have little milestones that you can hit throughout the month. So my next tip would be to make those goals attainable. Make them work with your schedule. So those word goals that NanoWrimo sets out ahead of time, those 1,200-ish words a day, is that gonna work for you? Is that achievable or attainable with your schedule? If you have a lot going on during the week, work and kids' activities and other commitments, literally couldn't think of any other commitments, maybe 1,200 words is not achievable for you. And that's okay. Maybe you try to write 500 words a day and then up your word count on the weekends. But just keep in mind that if you do lower that word count during the week, you are gonna have to make it up on the weekends. So maybe you only have small chunks of time during the week to write, but then you have 2-hour blocks on the weekends that you can devote to your writing. So just think about that, work it into your schedule. If you don't hit those daily goals, that's fine. Just know you're gonna have to up your time on the weekends. So make the word goals and any goals you set achievable within the parameters of your life. My next tip is to have an idea, and maybe even an outline, Pantsers, I'm sorry, I said it. I'm a former pantser, probably still a pantser. And I know it pains me to tell you to have an outline, but National Novel Writing Month, trust me, is a lot easier with some sort of outline. It doesn't have to be detailed. It doesn't have to be crazy. It can just be an overview of what you want to happen throughout your novel. It can be some character outlines. You know, what does this character want to achieve? What are some things I want to happen to this character? Because then when it comes to the middle of the month and you've gotten through your initial motivation and you're kind of fizzling out on energy and you're like, I don't know where I want this to go, you can look back at your outline and say, oh yeah, I wanted this to happen to this character and it hasn't happened yet. Throw it in. So an outline will help when you start to lose motivation and lose steam in the middle of the month. If you don't have an idea yet, it's getting kind of close, but if you don't have an idea yet, grab a prompt from my playlist of writing prompts and sprints and see if those help you come up with an idea. Spend about 25 minutes with a prompt, see what comes up, see if it leads to anything bigger, and if it does, there you go. If it doesn't, throw it away, maybe try another one. I know it's kind of late in the game, but there's still time. You don't have to spend a ton of time on an outline, but give it a try because the month is going to go a lot more smoothly if you have some sort of an idea and some sort of outline to begin with. So my last tip for preparing for National Novel Writing Month is to find other writers who are participating. Either find a community or find a partner that can help keep you accountable, that can help boost you up if you're feeling low, that can help push you forward if you feel like you're getting behind. But being in touch with other writers who are also participating can really help keep you motivated, and they'll understand what you're going through so you can look to them for guidance and advice and just overall support. So you can find other writers on the National Novel Writing Month official website. They have forums and things like that where you can connect with other writers and find write-ins in your area. Or you can jump on over to the Creative Warriors group on Facebook. I will throw that link in the comments. And you can throw up a post and say, hey, I'm participating in National Novel Writing Month. Anyone else? And maybe you'll find a partner who can help keep you accountable there. So those are my tips for preparing for National Novel Writing Month. I hope those tips were helpful and I wish you the best of luck during National Novel Writing Month. If you are participating, comment below, let me know, and maybe you'll even find an accountability partner in the comments. Thank you so much for listening, warriors. Good luck in National Novel Writing Month. Now go fight for your creativity.